The build, iconic. The plot, fantastic. The characters, each one better than the last. And the twists, oh, they were extravagant. KingdomCraft was and is iconic. Simply iconic. And I rewatched all of it because for the past few years, I've had a hunch. I've always thought of KingdomCraft as a predecessor to Empires for a few different reasons. And no, it's not just because the Empire's Gacha fandom went wild with making KingdomCraft Lizzie and Empire's comparisons, but I'm sure that played a small part in getting me to think that initially. And so, to see if I could confirm my suspicions, I rewatched all of these episodes and I am back with my findings. It just is. In fact, it feels more like Empires than Season 2 of Empires does. And it's way more enjoyable, so that's a bonus. But then I started to wonder, how is this rewatch of a 4-year-old series from the POV of Lizzie, who, although amazing, she's not my favorite Minecraft YouTuber, nowhere near. In fact, and I don't have a lot of nostalgia for KingdomCraft, because I never really got into it, I just enjoyed it. So why was that a much more enjoyable experience than rewatching Empire Season 2 from Shovel, who is one of my favorite content creators, POV? And then I realized why. It's just fun. When I was watching Empire Season 2, no matter if it was my first viewing or not, it wasn't fun after you got a couple IRL months into it, which is a problem KingdomCraft just doesn't have. It's enjoyable. I got through KingdomCraft, my rewatch, in 2 sittings about 3 days apart. Meanwhile, I gave up on my Empire's Season 2 rewatch a couple months ago after having about 5 rewatch sessions, which, for the record, barely got halfway through. I don't even think I reached the halfway mark. And I'll be honest, at first I thought it was because I was using one for content and not the other, which made sense. Until I realized the one and only reason I was rewatching KingdomCraft was to make this very video, so that theory pretty quickly got thrown out. And so, as I sat on my bed watching the rest of the POV, I realized something. It just does everything right as a story-focused SMP. It's random, but structured. You can jump in at any time and understand what's happening. You can watch the whole thing and be rewarded for doing so, not just by being entertained, but by spotting little details, either in real time or with hindsight. A story of heroes, a story about villains, and the villains win. Does that sound a little familiar to somebody else? Because to me, it does. It kind of reads like Empire's SMP, doesn't it? KingdomCraft really gave her crown away to the new generation and trusted it to do the best job it possibly could. Also, can I mention that KingdomCraft is around 1.5 years older than Empire's? I thought it was much older until I checked the dates. I'm not going to lie. I can't explain why this SMP feels so perfect without going into stuff I wanna touch up on a separate video about Empire Season 2 properly, because I never actually got to do that, no matter how many times I said I would. And so I'm just left here not being properly able to explain why it's good, just why it has a connection to Empires, or why, to me, it feels so connected. Which I guess was the point of the video, so But what I can say is this. This SMP was a villainously perfect time. Oh, hey, that's the title of the video! This actually ended up being a bit shorter than I thought it was going to be, but I still hoped you enjoy my ramblings and stay creative and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. And most importantly, stay safe.